Tom Varndell picking off Danny Kerr's pass to race in under the posts. Gavin Henson converted to make it 7-0. Nick Evans then pulled 3 points back with a penalty before Tusi Pisi, the older brother of Northampton's Kenan George, took advantage of some sloppy Quins play to run through from 50 metres. (15-14) at the break, but the lead would change again early in the second period. Winger Ryan Edwards not giving up on his kick through, and with the pressure well and truly on Marchant, the England under-20s man spilled the ball, allowing Edwards to touch down.
Bristol showed their resolve in the second half and were rewarded when hooker Ross McMillan went over from close range to cut the lead to 15 points. Advantage being played here to Bristol. There's Perenisi.
Still advantage.
They surely have to take this chance, and he's scrambled his way over. Jack Lamb, the captain, has done it. Two Bristol players with those blue hats. One is Robinson, the other's Jordan Crane. Roberts pops it up. Mechini's gone through. Phillips, the offload there, they're within 3 metres here, and he scrambles.
Time off.
He's all knees and arms, but he may well have got over.
Keith, it's Tim, can you just check?
2 tries down and Bristol finally found a spark, and it came from Edwards, the winger showing his speed around the outside before putting it on a plate for Jordan Williams. Bristol wouldn't lie down though, and a powerful driving maul enabled Ross McMillan to dive over for his side's second. PC again wayward with the extra points. Steenson then nudged over another 3-pointer before the hosts reverted to familiar tactics to score their third. Max Crumpton the man this time, and with Jordan Williams converting, Andy Robinson's men could sniff a bonus point.
In the second half, and they did. After stringing a number of phases together, substitute back rower John Fisher powered through the tackle of Michael Young to score. Jarvis added the extras, cutting the gap to 12 points. Bristol continued to dominate and got their second try of the day just after the hour mark when Mitch Eadie dotted down. A powerful carry from Tovey in the middle of the park allowed the away side to gain quick ball, enabling the blind side to cross over. Jarvis made no mistake with the conversion, getting his side to within 5 points. Andy Robinson's side finally managed to get a try in the dying seconds. David Lemmy celebrating his 100th start for the club on an otherwise dark day for Bristol. Final score at Ashton Gate, Bristol 13, Sale 31.
It was Bristol who scored next and got themselves back into the game when Rob Hawkins crashed over after an impressive driving maul.
Before Bristol replied with 2 late scores. Jack Wallace dived over after gathering a lovely chip by Luke Arscott, before Arscott himself crossed over the line for the final try of the evening.
Jamie Shilcock replied with a 3-pointer for the visitors, but soon after Bristol would have their first try of the match. Some excellent work by fly half Billy Searle to first break the line and then show great composure to find the onrushing Tom Varndell, who would make no mistake with the finish. Looked to be an uphill struggle from there for Bristol. However, the home side showed some real fight, and when Will Cliff's sniping run broke through the Worcester defence, it was that man Varndell again in support, showing just why he's one of the greatest finishers in Premiership history. Pennell's conversion meant there was just 1 point in it with 15 minutes left, and it seemed to be advantage Worcester with the extra man, but once again Bristol showed their enormous fight. The impressive Woodward showed great feet to dance around the Warriors' defence before offloading to man of the moment Varndell to finish off his hat-trick.
Bristol finally got on the board through Jason Woodward, and it was the former Melbourne Rebel who provided the spark for their first 5-pointer. The fullback powering through Josh Charney's attempted tackles before offloading to Tom Varndell, who scored his 90th Premiership try, equalling Mark Cueto's record. Bristol, however, responded in the best way possible and forged out a try of their own. Vandel involved heavily again as he broke down the left-hand side before firing a pass inside to replacement scrum half Rodri Williams, who raced home for the score. Sale then lost Rob Webber to the sin bin for collapsing a maul, and Bristol's front eight made them pay. Skipper Ollie Robinson powering over from close range, and with Woodward's conversion to come, the West Country club were on the brink of a famous victory.
But Mark Tainton's side responded, firstly through a penalty from former Super Rugby winner Jason Woodward, then taking the lead when Mitch Eadie crossed after some neat hands from Nick Fenton-Wells sent the number 8 through the gap. Woodward converted and added a further penalty, giving his side a 13-7 lead after half an hour. Bristol wouldn't lie down though, and Woodward closed the gap with a penalty, and then came the try of the match, possibly the try of the season. Woodward was at the heart of it, his chip collected by Tom Vandel, who offloaded to the Kiwi, and he sprinted clear. He took his tally to 18 points as he added the extras, giving his side a 2-point lead.
Exchanged penalties before Tom Vandel made Premiership rugby history. The winger finished off a fine move, and in doing so overtaking Mark Cueto to become the Premiership's all-time leading try scorer with 91. That would be the end of his night though, as he was unable to shake off a foot injury sustained in the act of scoring.
Bristol were already beaten, but they powered on and got their reward when Rob Hawkins hit a great line and touched down from close range. Jason Woodward converted to make the score 31-10 at the break. Jamal Ford-Robertson then touched down for some sort of consolation score for Bristol. Not much joy at the full-time whistle for Mark Tainton's men though. Bottom of the table, Bristol showed fight, and fullback Jason Woodward managed to get over the line after hitting a short line off Albie Matthewson. Bristol managed to salvage some pride with tries from Max Crumpton and then through Tom Vandel. The speedster intercepted a loose pass from Mills to run in from 70 metres.
And with just 3 minutes remaining, Bristol's hopes of a bonus point were also boosted when Max Crumpton's try got them to within 9. So it came down to the final play.
The response was a quick one from the Bristolians though, Will Hurrell intercepting a wayward pass and motoring in for the score. The returning Gavin Henson converted and added a penalty to see Bristol in front before they extended their lead through a Jason Woodward try after yet another mishap in midfield for the Chiefs. A Henry Slade penalty moved Exeter back to within 7. However, Bristol seemed to find another gear and another try. Henson starting and finishing the score with the help of an outstanding offload from Jones.
I'm happy. They've gone back.
Exeter pushed another Henson penalty, closed the gap before Bristol went in front yet again. Mitch Eadie this time strolling in after Chiefs failed to deal with a crossfield kick. With the game entering the final 5 minutes, it looked as though Bristol...
From the league leaders would surely have been Bristol's last choice for their last chance, but it was the hosts who drew first blood. Guy Thompson's stray offload poached by Jason Woodward, and the flying fullback pounced for a breakaway try, just as he did at Exeter last weekend. His soon-to-be new teammates did give the faithful a little more to cheer about, as Wasps settled for 6 tries and job done. Jack O'Connell's score was an act of defiance, but not the last. Nick Fenton-Wells gave Bristol a touch more consolation with his first league try. Some hope for the future then, but for now they'd been found wanting yet again.
Just as it looked like Newcastle were about to run away with it, a quick tap by Bristol scrum half Albie Matthewson took Bristol deep into Newcastle territory before substitute prop Jamal Ford-Robinson twisted his way over the line to give the home fans something to cheer. But Bristol showed good heart, and substitute Tusi Pisi created the space for prop Jack O'Connell to race in from 20 metres. In the dying minutes, Bristol continued to push hard and were rewarded with their own 4-try bonus point. Number 8, Mitch Eadie, credited with the score. The final score at Ashton Gate, 39 points to 27.